All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. Lucky Lefty here. Just quick thing, make sure you hit all the like, subscribe, comment, turn your notification buttons on, all of those things. I'm gonna get straight into this video, being that we are doing Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the beta. The beta released September 5th. I think it was Wednesday of this week, and it was available to people that pre-ordered the game, and it's available from the 5th through the 9th. Today is the 7th, and the game has been active for the last 2 days, and I've played with a couple of my friends, and we are going to go ahead and give you guys a review of what we think about the game thus far. And be sure to leave your comments. Tell us if you have played the game, what you think about the game, and all of that. I reply to all comments on YouTube, but yeah, turn your notifications and let's go from there. It's going to be serious and beefy. They're two of my gamer friends on Xbox, and they both played the game and they played the beta. So we all have different perspectives on what we thought about this game so far. So I'm just gonna let you guys talk about it first. So serious.
All right, so um this game it feels like a continuation of Wildlands. It feels like it should have been downloadable content that they could have got a little bit of money for, you know. I think it would have stood out. Is this Does it feel different than Wildlands? Not much. I mean, you have the healing aspect, bandaging yourself up, I like that you could do it in Wildlands, but I think here it's more in depth. Like you're able to drive anything you get in front of. You can use a helicopter there, there's whatever, you can get in it. Any type of car, any type of truck, you can get in it. Um, it loses me because it seems like this is like a in the woods game, you know. We're gonna be in the woods on mountains. So it's just like, does this have uh, any possible changing aspects in the future? I mean,
So
talk, what do you think, Biffy?
was the first one like that? The first one, okay. So you guys, from the perspective, I have never played. Well, not say I've never. I played 3 hours of Wildlands the day before this beta came out. So I don't have any
Mm,
experience really with Wildlands or the story or what exactly it was. I went into Wildlands because a friend of mine wanted to take me to the mission. I guess there was a Breakpoint mission that introduced you to what Breakpoint was. She wanted me to see it,
mm-hmm,
and that's really all I did. Crystal took me into that, and I went and saw. I just did a little bit of it, and then we went straight to that mission. I pretty much had to hide the whole time because my gear score wasn't high enough to even be in that mission. But it
mm-hmm,
just showed the cut scene before. It showed that, okay, so what I got is that there's a guy named Nomad, and I guess that's who you are, and he's a
mm-hmm.
ghost, like special forces ops. And then there's another guy, and I think he's the Sentinel leader
Yep.
on this too. I can't remember his name though, but he was in Wildlands 1, and now at this point, he's gone rogue pretty much, and he's doing his
Mm-hmm,
own thing. And Nomad's team and his team are beefing. So that's what I got.
mm-hmm.
So that's all I got so far of what the storyline is.
Yeah, I hope they elaborate on that more.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I was
yeah,
expecting
I didn't get
too,
that in the
because
beta.
I watched the trailer. I expected that, and when I watched the trailer for it, the trailer looked really good. They had so much elaboration for it. But let me not say, because this is the beta, that maybe when it comes out, the
Yeah.
actual game comes out October 4th, that they will be giving the actual story, because it seems like they just dropped us somewhere and expected us to know what was going on, when people were people were who pre-order were anticipating, hey, you at least start us from the beginning. Even if you don't let us play, you might let us play one mission. In my mind, when they were doing this, they were going to do the beginning, the intro, the bringing you up to speed with stuff, and maybe let you play two missions, then let you play like a little bit of PvP and all of and that. not just kind of, it feels like they dropped you off in the middle of the story and expected you to know.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, they
So
really did. And people that play Wildlands is the only ones that know how to really work this. And once you get in here,
mm-hmm.
if you play Wildlands, you will pick it up within 5 minutes and know how to do the missions and all that. The only problem I have with it is that when you set waypoints in Wildlands, it shows you where you need to go in the car. On Breakpoint, it doesn't do that, so you have to figure it out for yourself. Basically, they're trying to keep you on the chopper the whole time. And with that, they need to have choppers all around the world, just like they did in Wildlands, if they gonna do that. And I only seen one chopper, and that's at the base, and that is not what's up at all.
Oh yeah, through the
And
mountains,
then they
through the
need to do something about
terrain.
the personal vehicles. You shouldn't have to go and put it on every time. You should be able to just call it in. That
Right.
aspect was on Wildlands where you could just call it in and it'd be right there. They need to bring that back. Because
Yeah.
if you trapped on the mountains and you need a bike or something, you want to call in that bike and get down that mountain. Don't want to be sitting there running down the whole thing, falling and stuff. That's a no-no. But
That's the only thing
I
you've seen
think
so
they
far
will fix that part when it comes out.
that you didn't.
Um,
I mean, to me,
the
like,
combat to me,
okay.
I like the combat. I like the shooting and all that.
Like the
But
shooting,
yeah,
man. It made
yes,
LMGs
I like
come
that.
back.
They,
It brought LMGs
yes, this.
back. Woo!
I would say I like the combat because I don't like games that's. And when you're going up against a whole bunch of dudes, and you have to be tactical about it, even when they spot you and they running up on you, and you have to like, oh shoot, I need to fall back or something and think of something else. I like games like that because
I think
we
yeah,
was in
that,
there and we died many a times trying to figure out a way to take these dudes out. Even though we could have took them out with snipers easily, we wanted to run in on them and see what will happen. And which it took us about 3 or 4 tries to kill them all, and we got them.
I know the
I would
combat
say
I
this is a
didn't really
team-based game.
have it. Yeah, I like that. I do like team-based games. I like the how they have arrow walk or arrow whatever it is. You're pretty much your base of operations. I like how they have that set up where you can see your friends and like they're around the table and stuff. Cause I saw you all day yesterday. You were in that little table screen. I don't know if you were actually in the objective board because in my mind I'm like, is he just looking at objectives? But I think that's what where they put your friends and it
Yeah,
just
I think
has
that
them
lets you.
sat. Look, it makes them look like they're just looking at the table even when they're out in the world. But so you can see your
Hey,
friends
yeah,
in the lobby.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can see
I
who
thought that
was
was
on
cool.
at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's cool. Like I said, I think it loads faster than Wildlands and Division, both of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was happy about that. Team base.
I do like the
That
customizations they got. It has way more customizations than Wildlands. That is nice.
The
another
customizations were
thing that was
good.
cool.
And I'm happy
Yeah,
that
another
you
thing
can
that
buy
was cool.
cars, but they gotta do something about that spawning cars. That just
Yeah.
walking out the base and the car right there. And then when you get out
Yeah,
into the other world, you need to be able to call in multiple cars that you buy
And when you fast travel,
instead of just putting them in the garage.
say you have your car and then you fast travel and your car doesn't spawn on you with you when you fast travel and you have to go back to a bivouac like you have to go to a bivouac just to get your car and but your car you purchased, I'm not understanding that. Like, why did I just spend $10,000 for a car when I could? I mean, if I got to do all this traveling to get the car, I might as well just steal one. I don't know if this is going to be used later or fixed later, but I don't understand that whole system they got going on with that so far.
um, I think the when the drones come out, when you're alerted, um, me personally, I think it could have been more cinematic, you know, um, because you just see,
Are you talking
yeah,
about when that drone is in the sky and it catches you?
yeah,
I
and
kind of
it
like
alerts
that,
you.
but yeah, I
I
understand what you're
like it,
talking about.
but it could have been more cinematic. Like, you know what I mean, you just see hunters coming after you, and it's just like, okay, let me get in a spot that I can either snipe them down or wait for them to come close and just, lay them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta take them
Gun
two drones
wise,
out real quick.
you got
Because
to.
if you don't, them drones will gun you down.
It will hurt you. You know what I mean? I think the guns
Go ahead.
took the PC feel away from me. Sorry about that.
No, you
I think
good.
the guns took the PC feel away from me. But the overall look aspect of the game gave me the PC feel. But the guns is where it took the PC feel away. Like, you literally can use just about any gun in the game. To me, starts to evolve. Then we're stuck in the damn swamp and woods again. And it's like, is there anywhere else to go? So
I don't really mind the wood. I guess because I watched the trailer, and the trailer looks like that's what this game is about. This game was about survivability and about like a ghost, pretty much being a ghost by itself, and it was pretty much you against the terrain, plus these people being scattered out, and so I think this game is going to pretty much stay like this, like because it seemed to be more from what I seen of Ghost Recon. Because Ghost Recon, I mean, not Ghost Recon, Wildlands, that was like a drug lord story, wasn't it? That's from the little intro I watched about that.
yeah.
So I think this is going to be really more about like, I think that you're going to kind of be in, it's going to be all types of, if they do anything, they're going to be changing the map style. And this is going to be you against the terrain type of thing. Like, how do you survive and adapt and increase it? Because if you guys look at the, I'm in the game right now, but if you look at the stuff that they're giving you, it's all about like percentage stamina, percentage like health, but regen. It's all about like healing, staying alive, like eating, giving yourself the proper nutrition. It's kind of like from a person being in the military, this is what they do to the special forces people. It's not so much about killing, it's about being able to survive any type of element with a small amount of people going against maybe a lot, and being stealthy like the Navy SEALs or something like that. So but the whole thing is about because the environment takes a toll on people's minds. And like even when you were doing it, Beefy, when the helicopters weren't spawning there, it takes a toll on, if you were thinking about it in a real life perspective, it would take a toll on your mind to know that, okay, I can't get here, so I got to climb this mountain. And so even when you were doing it from a gaming perspective, it's like, that's irritating as hell. But that's more like authentic to what would really happen if you were put into this experience. And from the trailer, it looks like that's what they're trying to do. An authentic experience of, what special forces and military people really do when they're thrown in situations like this. To me, from the storyline, I think the game is going to be mainly about this.
I agree. It looks like authenticity of survival. So, I mean, I did get that. Like, I like the bandaging, on the legs and the arms, and it calls for it. It's like you need to bandage yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see
Did you notice when you was getting shot, that your aim starts going all over the place, like you lose accuracy?
And you start to blink
I
out
was like,
and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So
I
authenticity.
said, I was like, oh, that's cool. So you really got to be stealthy, because if you get hit too many times, you not hitting nobody else.
I ain't gonna tell you, man, how good it felt to snipe in this game. Oh my gosh.
I didn't like it.
Everybody was going down every time I sniped them.
I
You don't
didn't
like
like
You
it.
hit them with a headshot.
No,
How
I
many
thought the
snipers have you
characters were
used?
too.
'Cause
I thought the characters were like, because the heads and stuff were too small. Like the characters were, because maybe it's the scopes. Maybe as we go further, they'll get more.
Yeah, you gotta
But
get
compared to the Division, are you serious? Compared to the Nemesis, compared to like the sniper rifles, you thought this was a better sniping game? I don't
But you
know.
gotta understand, this is not the Division. Division is
It's not a division.
more of a raid-based game. This is more out in the world, running around.
If you had the
Division is you
Nemesis
out in
in
the
this
world,
game,
but
I would, boy, if they could mix the Division in this would be a good game. What you mean, like not even just the Nemesis, like whatever, like even the ability that even in the Division to the scopes, because all that stuff feels more
But you gotta understand.
realistic
But did you
than
buy
this.
any of the scopes?
Huh? Yeah, you're
Did you
right.
buy
I
any of the
didn't. I
attachments?
haven't bought any of the
Yeah, this is the
attachments to
same.
the
See, now if
guns.
you bought the attachments and the scopes, then you probably be better off. But you gotta understand, in the division, there's no bullet drop. In
Mm-hmm.
Wildlands and in Breakpoint, there's a bullet drop. So the farther they are, you gotta account for the bullet drop.
I didn't
You
like
gotta
how
know
the
when that
maybe
bullet
I just
drops.
didn't like how the characters looked through my scope. It might be because my scope was the basic one, but I just was like the characters look
Yeah, you
so
gotta put on a
like
different scope.
I don't know. It just didn't look like it was the right sizing. Like it is something looked off with it, and then the way that I don't know, something really just didn't sit me right when it came
But you
to
got to get the
sniping.
breathing perk too. You got to get the breathing perk too. Because if you don't put the breathing perk on,
Yeah, the
you can't
lungs.
click it
Yeah,
in
to slow
to
you.
go. And then it allows you to lock on to something much easier opposed to just sitting there going up and down trying to, get the axis right. So, I mean, like I said,
When it comes to the two
I would.
scores, the gear. What do you think is more important, the gear score, or like they have another score, your XP score too? There's an XP score and a
Well,
gear
your
score.
XP is for your level. The gear score is for
Yeah.
like your armor and stuff. But your
hmm
armor is gonna be like.
Yeah, your rank. The
I
rank
think
is
the
for
the
the
level is
XP.
for what you gonna end up unlocking when you go
Yeah,
up level.
yeah.
The gear score is just for more armor, more basically more armor. Hopefully more health on it too and all that. So,
Yeah.
but no,
But
they
that
got
can always
it's not gonna be for
change.
health. It's gonna be more armor because they got perks for the health and stamina and all that. I looked up that. I looked in
hmm
the skill tree. Sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
stop, take a minute, and just look at all the skills and see what you can upgrade, what you need to touch up on.
But see, that was my thing. I was gonna go through and read them until yesterday when I went to look at the skill tree. If you can see right here, you go look at the skills, and I don't know if this is gonna get any better, but by default, it only comes with 3, right? But when you go to
hmm
the skill tree, you have what is this? This looks like almost 50. What? At least. Let me see. That looks like about. Oh, no, no, no. At
But you
least
gotta also understand
35,
some of
40
them
things.
skills are passive skills where they automatically just come on and they stay on. Some of them are passive skills. Some of them are skills that you gotta activate.
Okay,
You
so
gotta
let me see.
activate.
Now the
Yeah.
stamina and all that is like passive skills that stay on. So
So,
not all of those skills is where you have to put them on that little bar.
so then you have to pick which skills you put on the bar, and then, like even when we
Yeah.
were talking about the drone, the marking drone, it seemed like some of the. Okay,
hmm
so let's see. So if you were a field medic, you get a medic kit in your weapon wheel, right?
hmm
Who is? Okay, I don't know what's going on right there. You get a medic kit, and then it says class proficiencies. You get faster revive, carry bodies faster, and you can self revive. Okay, then
hmm
when you wear that, when you're a what's it say? True grit, the bear assault. Under that talent, you get a
hmm
gas grenade. You get extra health, bonus with
hmm
assault rifles and shotguns. When you're
hmm
a cloak and run, you get cloak and spray, bonus stealth, faster movement speed, suppressors, and handguns. And submachine guns do not reduce damage. Oh, that's not a good one. Suppressors on handguns. Oh, on handguns and submachine guns don't reduce damage. And then armor buster, the sharpshooter. So you get the. Oh no, that's what this is, Beefy. A sensor launcher, a launch device that marks enemies in large areas. That's not useful right now. With the drone,
Yes, it is. I used it a couple of times.
Yeah,
what
I've
does it
used it.
do?
When I shot that and it showed that all the enemies was at and they was
hmm
in red,
Mm.
that's what I was using.
So you, why would you use that
And then
over
it
the
automatically
drone?
marks them.
And then it's stealthy. If
It
you
says a
shoot
lot.
it, it's
But that's the thing. If the drone is anything like Wildlands, then you're gonna have like 3 different drones. You're gonna have an EMP drone, an explosive drone, and I think there was one more drone, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, that might just be. I think it was MP and an explosive drone. So
Explosive
there's
drone,
different
probably.
drones. Yeah.
I don't
So,
think these
like I said, they probably
specializations are
not
really
showing
that
us the
good.
whole tree. You gotta
What was a
understand.
UAV?
And
It's a
demo
UAV
and
drone.
like betas, they don't show you everything. They just show you bits and
Okay, so
pieces.
now
I guarantee you that tree is way bigger.
but to me
It's a
that's
UAV
too. It's
drone.
already too big. One, I have a problem with it because it's zoomed in and you can't zoom out of the tree. See, my thing about games
Mm-hmm.
is when I'm at a TV or something, and I'm playing a game, I want control of visually, like how I want it to feel. Like this, for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, like the tree is so zoomed into my TV, like it gives you the point of like damn near having a headache because it's so close. Like, why can I not zoom this thing in and zoom it out, so that I can actually see all of the objectives without doing all this movement? See, it's the maybe it's the interface that
Because
I'm
if you
having an
zoom it out,
issue
you might
with.
be able to see all the rest of the perks
No, but you can go. No, if
and
you go
everything
all
else
the way
they
to the
got, and they
left.
might not want you to see it yet.
Oh, you're saying it's zoomed in because this perks are a part of a smaller map of perks? I don't
Yeah,
think. I don't, I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
thinking. Because there has been times where games done that before, and demos and betas where they keep it zoomed in so far that they won't let you go out. But when you get the actual game, you can zoom it out and you see that it's a real big tree, and you got choose which side of the tree you want to go with.
But let's say this,
Mm-hmm.
like Red
Yeah.
Dead. We'll give an example. Red Dead had a beta, right? Red Dead. That was my first time experiencing a beta. Now in that beta, I didn't know what to expect. You know, we're working out kinks. They're updating. They're saying this. Now Red Dead had a different type of beta. It wasn't like a 4-day beta where you just temporarily play the game, and then you don't get to do it again. The beta was active until it went into a full on. You know, this we're talking about the online mode. So this game is already online because you can connect with people. But my problem with this is I feel like they have these things are the things that's going to be in place. This feels less like a beta and more like a temporary trial for you to see what this game is coming to be.
Actually, to tell you the truth, Red Dead is probably the only game that brought out a game and put the online in beta like that.
Okay, so see now this is coming
No
from
other game has actually done that. Yeah, no
No.
other game has done what Rockstar have done, but Rockstar can get away with crap like that. And the only reason why they said it was beta is so that people wouldn't complain about the online. So whenever somebody complained, they were like, "It's still in beta. It's still in beta."
so now
That's the only
I
reason why.
still
But
complain
this
about
is the
honestly, the
idea.
game really wasn't in beta. They was just saying it was in beta,
Okay,
so nobody would complain to them about it.
now that makes sense, but from a person's perspective who hasn't no idea, which there are, I am not the only one. Trust me, I'm not the only one who's just now getting on gaming or getting into it. From that perspective, it's like, what are you doing? Like, I like this game and idea, but I don't like the idea that, let's say Call of Duty. Call of Duty started in 2003. It's now 2019. They're releasing another one. This is a long game. If I go get on Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
and they have not given the perspective or tutorial because they have been out for that many years and they think that people are not coming new to a game, I'm not going to want to play it because
Yeah.
you really made this game for your following, not to get new people, which could create a better following, but you made the game specifically for certain people, for people that are already with you,
Yeah.
and that's to
You know
me.
what though?
But here's
Go ahead.
You know what though? I feel that this game is projected differently because I've talked to a few people as I was playing the beta, and it seems like for some people it has an abstract but no conclusion, and then for some people it has no abstract but a conclusion, and I'm like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Some people feel like it's giving them a beginning, which I didn't get a beginning. I just was thrown into it. So I think there's no abstract.
Oh,
We
the
know the
Aurora
conclusion
part.
of what we're gonna be doing.
So I think that the
Yeah.
people that think that it's the beginning is, it seems like, if okay, so let me, if I had not watched the trailer, I would have thought that was the beginning. I would have thought this started with the
yeah.
Aurora thing, and that, and even though I
You
watched the
understand?
trailer,
No demo or beta is gonna start you at the very beginning. It will put you either
What's the end game?
somewhat in the middle, at the ending, or close to the beginning. So that's what you gotta understand with demos and beta. They don't have demos anymore. With betas, that's what they do. So yeah, that's probably not the beginning. They probably gonna maybe tell a backstory, which I hope. This is what I'm expecting. They're gonna tell a backstory, go through the backstory, then bring it all in and have you start doing everything. But usually there's not been a game that I have played that hasn't had a tutorial. Even Wildlands had a little of a tutorial. So I have a feeling that they probably will have one for new players. I'm expecting they would. Hope. But if not, then they probably are stupid. But this is coming from somebody that's played. I've been playing games for a very long time. I see the changes and everything, so I understand where you're coming from as a new gamer and all that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they will have a tutorial.
Look at this. You guys are seeing this on my screen right now, but so the idea of a tutorial, and I get what you're saying, Serious. If you go into the loadout, and maybe you're saying there's a tutorial somewhere else, an actual tutorial, but if you go into the loadout at the top right corner, at the top left corner, it says, it'll tell you there's an option for a loadout tutorial. When you click on that, you hit that, it gives you 5 steps. Manage your equipment in a loadout. Continue. Your gear 2. Your gear level is the average of your equipped gear. Equip your 2 main weapons and your handguns here. Equip your gear here. Equip your offensive and supportive consumables here. That was a tutorial. Do you see how much stuff is in this loadout? That's all you're telling me about the loadout? You're not even telling me that, like,
You're right.
What?
You're right. You're right. You're right. It's missing a lot. You need much more detail on the game. They need much more detail on the game. It needs to be explained. I would definitely agree with that, because for a person who's playing this game but hasn't played Wildlands, hasn't played Future Soldiers, anything like that, not gonna truly understand the true dialect of the Ghost,
And I want to like the game. Like I said, I'm a supporter of the, and I feel like that's where the Division 1 went better than the Division 2, because I've been complaining about tutorial mode since I started gaming, because like I said, these are all my first games. But Division 1 and 2, with that whole first 30 levels, the people who play the games, they want to get past that. But for a person, I feel like they included the idea that you may have never played this game before, or a game like this before. So let me show you, what you can do. And then they started the tiering up and the worlds and all that stuff. And then you're getting to all this. You actually got the storyline and all of that. Like, that's what a tutorial is supposed to do. Is tell you what this whole back thing is, and then when you go play the game, you now know what you are getting into. And I feel like this, I don't feel like this. They're gonna give. I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they. But did Wildlands have a tutorial mode like that? Like a intro, like before you get here, you do this intro stuff.
More of this.
Let me think.
It was more than this. I think.
Actually, when you think of it, no, they really didn't.
They didn't, but
I think they dropped you off in a helicopter, made you choose your dude.
Yeah, but you have the
went and talked to a woman.
You got an option. You got an option to do it, but
you did. Okay, I probably chose.
Yeah, I think they're still gonna give
probably
it
seen
on
it
this.
pop up.
I think that I'm gonna say when the game comes out that we're not seeing it all. This map dialect. It could be the map dialogue could be way better.
Oh yeah, it looks terrible.
But
it looks like honestly, it looks like if you zoom in on the map thing, it really looks like how it would look from a satellite view. To me, they're trying to put authentic stuff mixed up with. But if it's authentic, you have to understand that from a military point of view, they give you details. You can't be authentic and skipping over the details at the same time. Like, that's why you send people to boot camp, so they can actually understand. Like, they could even have a tutorial called boot camp. Shit, just to get people to understand.
Absolutely.
Because you're trying to make this authentically military style type of thing. Then you have to, you got to do 6 months of boot camp so you can learn this type of stuff. What type of map this is, this is, to me, that's simple. You just skipped over that whole part. and just assumed that so many people were playing Wildlands, and that Wildlands was going to be the reason that everybody was going to come over to this. And you got to think, this is September.
Yeah.
This is a gaming season. This is my first year seeing a gaming season, and the way these games are launching and are in competition with each other. Like even right now, Red Dead is doing on Tuesday when they do this. We've been waiting this whole time for Red Dead to do this big update. They're dropping it on Tuesday. They drop it on Tuesday, and inside of that tutorial and inside of that new update, they have a thing where you have to play the game for at least 21. You have only 21 days during the time from Tuesday to the 21 days after that. You have this limited amount of time to get this certain gear, this certain stuff, and you have to log so many hours to do it. And the reason they're doing that, Rockstar is doing that, because they know all these other games are launching, and they want people to continue to play their game for this stuff. So instead of letting you be able to jump into the game and play and get this stuff later, you won't be able to get this stuff again. So for those of you who are for the people that really like Red Dead, and they're like, shit, I'm gonna put my time into Red Dead right now because I really want to get this gear. Or even if you wanted to go over to another game, you're like, dang, I gotta go put at least 5-6 hours or whatever into Red Dead so I can get the gear, because I'm not gonna get it again. I'm learning now that this that there's that between the competition of the businesses, this politicking, and this season right now seems to be like Borderlands is coming out, Ghost Recon is coming out, Division is Red Dead's updating, Division 2 is about to drop, another raid. This is crazy. That's just those games.
Destiny about to drop.
Destiny, 2K20, like
2K20, Madden's out. It's a whole bunch of stuff. You got more coming. You got a whole bunch more coming.
Because it's the season where Thanksgiving is going, Christmas is going. So this is the time where they're making money. And so it's going to be based on our reviews and our thoughts of the game. That's why I think they dropped this beta for like 4 days, because they didn't want to, the game's not going to drop till October, and they didn't want to miss this season right here, because this September thing right now, it seems to be a season a gaming season. And I don't know, because there's so many options right now. I feel like I will play this game, but if Division 2 brings the second raid, I'm going to be over at Division 2. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I do agree. I agree on that.
Yeah.
It's too much stuff they got to work out.
If Rockstar
drops some
Red Dead Redemption,
boy, I'm going over there.
And if it's actually good,
ain't
nobody playing Division.
Nobody's going to Division 2.
They're gonna be like, forget every game.
Because I don't think anything has been done from the games that I've been seeing has been done as well as Rockstar.
It's basically
Rockstar just does its thing.
Rockstar and everybody else. It's who can keep up with Rockstar, basically.
Right. I'm with you on that one. Division was a good Division 2 was a good transition while Rockstar was fixing up Red Dead, and then online was dying, and they're getting that stuff together. But when Red Dead came out and that story came out, that was the best game I had ever seen. The story mode of Red Dead, and still even to this point, even compared to Division 2, is still the best I've seen any game do, in the sense of, did you play? Yeah, I know you played the story, Beefy, but the Red Dead story mode, that thing was crazy. Did you play the first Red Dead, or did you play? I played, that was your first one. The first Red Dead I did play for a month, because before the other one came out. So I wanted to get it, and I actually liked that one. I was like, oh man, these graphics are crazy, but I was not expecting the graphics to be as good. Like Rockstar set the bar when it came to 2019 and graphics, and how well a game should be put together. And as soon as they get that online fix, it's going to be like GTA 5. Nobody's going to be able to deal with it. And do you play Serious Red Dead?
Yeah. The story mode is where it locked me. Online is where it kind of pushed me away. And then when they brought Polka, it was like, we playing for cents on the dollar. What is this?
Right. They need.
They didn't have no high rollers table or nothing, which that was dumb. And they didn't want to bring dominoes also, which was in the single player mode.
That or
They had a whole bunch of little games in the single player mode that they didn't want to bring over, and I felt like if they would have brought those over, it would have been a whole better multiplayer.
And the multiplayer where you
They
can't.
kept nerfing all the animals.
When they didn't do, I didn't like that they didn't have. Yeah, when they stopped doing legendary animals, and they stopped doing specific animals, like where you were getting paid more for hunting certain animals. Like when I went to go get a bear on the online mode, I'm like, why is this bear selling for $3? What? Like, are you serious? Like,
remember when you first stripped the what's name though,
mm-hmm.
and you got to put the fur on? I thought.
Oh yeah, that was the best part. Like that was like, you know, when we got over to the online, and I was like, man, we had to say that for a review. Like we had to say Red Dead for another review, because that's my game. Like Rockstar is my game, and they messed up on. Well, I'm not gonna say they messed up, because you got to think about it. They carried GTA 5 for 10. We're going on 11 years, and that game is still making money. And at the time when it came out, the first year it broke every record. It still hasn't. Nobody's broken the record for the amount of games sold in history. It was GTA 5. And so, and even still, the game is still selling, it's still making money. Like, you're still going over, and if you're a GTA 5 player, even though it's 10 years old, yeah, when the casino update came out, I was over there. Like, let me go get my casino, get my stuff. Even though the graphics are bad and I can't wait for it. What is the community going to do when GTA 6 comes out? Because from what I'm seeing right now, nobody can hold a candle to Rockstar. Like, even if people have to wait for Rockstar to put both the games together, and it takes them some time, at least they give you, at least you know, like 5 years from now, Red Dead is going to be like, you're thinking about like all the dope stuff that's going to be in it. Yeah, it might not be the best right now, but just look at what they did with the story, so you already know what they're capable of doing. So it's just now them implementing and staggering and putting it in, plus still running GTA 5. Like, this is going to be crazy. I would like to see who's going to beat it.
That when GTA 5 came out, it took Rockstar about 2 years before they started dropping content for GTA 5, because it was on the 360 and they brought it over to the Xbox One. When they brought it over to the Xbox One, that's when they started dropping content. And it was on the Xbox 360 for at least 2 years.
And free content at that.
They didn't
that's
really
why I have more patience with Rockstar and Red Dead, because I feel like that's what they do when they build up.
Yeah, they build it up.
They're dropping stuff in between seasons.
And I like it. They update every Tuesday. That's like us dealing with Division 2 and these patches every week that seem to break things or mess up your build, but never really give you anything more. And then we're doing these Title 5 updates and all this. And then they're telling us it's free for the first year. But then as you get into it, it's not going to be free. And it's not really free after you pay for the $40 pass. But I mean, that was fair. I didn't think the $40 pass was too much. But you got to give people like Rockstar, who are dropping content every Tuesday, who are not causing you to have to update your stuff, who are keeping this information, like, who are getting information out to you all the time, constantly, while juggling 2 mainstream games. But Division can't do an update without breaking the game.
Isn't that true? Because they fix one thing and then break 7.
Right.
I know.
That's why they're losing the community.
It's been
the lack
they
of.
still ain't fixed the.
Boy, we were still waiting on the revive hive to work.
Into a raid.
Yeah, you still can't get into the raid.
Their revive ain't gonna never work.
I mean, they can say they fixed all these bugs. They fixed all the bugs you didn't even know existed. Like, it might have existed for like 1% of the community, but the bugs that exist for 50% of the community, you're not fixing.
True.
Like, that's why I don't know. I don't think Tom Clancy's is a good, to me. This is a B. This is a B team. This game right here, unless it get better, this is definitely a strong C for me. If I had to grade it, I would give it a C. It's average to me. I would give it a C.
Yeah, it gets a C plus for me. I won't give it I give it a C plus because I gave it a 7.5. So.
What you think, BB?
I'll give it a C.
Yeah. But, you know,
'Cause
maybe
I
they...
definitely can see myself playing Division, even without Raid that's about to come out, more than I play this.
That's why, because when I got off this, and after that headache we just had with that whole situation, I was literally like, man, I'm going to go get on the division. Like this, even like it's like, oh my gosh, this is a new game, and I don't even want to play it. Like, but the good thing about it is that I don't regret paying for it yet. Now, if this stays like this on the 7th or on the October 4th when it comes out, oh man, I'm gonna be 38 hot. Did I just pay for this game? And I'm so glad, 'cause I was about to buy it because the Crystal hyped this game up so much. She bought the ultimate thing, and she was trying to tell me that I needed to get the ultimate. And after we had played Division 2 and I didn't buy that original pass, I was like, oh well, this game will probably be as good as Division 2.
Did you buy that within 10 days?
What?
The game, because you only paid $5 for it.
Yeah, they didn't take the money
within
out.
10 days.
I can cancel it before 10 days.
So you just don't have no money in your account, and they'll cancel on its own.
Yeah, bounce my.
That's what I do.
I try to bounce the checks.
Or I think you can go to the website, and I think you can probably cancel it out there.
I will not cancel. I'm not going to cancel it because
I'm not going to cancel.
But I do. I think I'm going to be upset about it if it's not. If the things that we were talking about right now, if it doesn't all come together.
It's not fixed.
Yeah, if it doesn't come together,
I feel you on that.
I'm not gonna because we're already struggling with the graphics. So it already still, even though it's 2019, it still feels like 2017-ish. Like it doesn't feel like it met the bar graphically. So I'm already struggling with that because I really appreciate good graphics in a game. But if the story and the whole thing goes wrong, because even when the character, it's not looking good to me. It's like, if this doesn't get better, I'm definitely going to be upset about. I won't buy another Ghost Recon. If it's like this. But I mean, it wasn't all the way. Like I played some games where from the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh, let me get. I uninstalled the game from my computer because it's just not my style. Yeah. Borderlands was one of them. Nah, because it's just not. I can't even get with it. But this doesn't make me feel like that because I'm leaning, like I said, I'm leaning more towards how well Division 2 is to me right now. Not better than Rockstar, but a good second. A good, second place from what I've seen of the list of games I've played. I really want to go over and play Gears and see what that's about. Do y'all play that?
Yeah, I have it.
That's my baby.
Okay,
that's the second group of people that I like.
Probably why the factories never
every single last
they know
Gears.
it'll come down to
All of them.
I guess that's gonna be another.
Right. Yeah, let me let you guys.
Not everybody likes Gears. Not everybody likes this. But to me, it's a good game. If you like a good gory game, then
it's gory.
Yeah.
Is it a first person shooter?
I don't dislike it.
Third person.
Oh, yes, it was. I remember the reason I didn't download it. I watched the trailer. It is a gory game. Yeah, not my style. Good, never mind. I remember why I didn't.
You don't like gory games?
You blow people, blow people
heads
insides on the screen.
No, I got a kid running around here.
And chainsaw man, half you.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I don't advise anybody to let their kids play that game.
And he always watches me games, so I can't have him watching that type of stuff.
Nah, you can't. Unless you play when he at school or something.
Yeah. But I don't like that type of stuff anyway. I don't even celebrate. Like, I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't do scary movies. I don't do any. So it's not my. All right, that's what it was. I saw the trailer and I was like.
I do scary movies, but I just don't find scary movies to be scary. I mean, it's stupid and funny.
Nah.
Yeah, I laugh at the time.
I'm like, why you going towards the noise? Don't you should run away from the noise? You know what I mean? How you trip over that tree? Why it take you so long to get the hell up? Get up.
Like killing Peter, man. Peter's nowhere to be found. He's dead. You're died.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me let you guys go on YouTube. That's the end of my review or our review for Tom Clancy's I was about to say the Division 2. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. You know, guys, let me know what you're thinking about the game thus far. But that's our review. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Lucky Lefty, and visit www.luckylefty.com.